Everyone, it's Sam here, and today I'm back with another size of the tiered hexagon pop-up card that I have been really loving at the moment. So I've done 3, so there's already 3 sizes in the playlist coming up now, and this is the 4th one, and then I think I'm done with this. I think that's enough for you to kind of work with, but if it's brand new, you've never seen this style before, check out the playlist because there's some lovely themed styles there. But today I thought I would do a Christmas card. I know, can you believe I'm saying it in the middle of June, using some new products that I have. But to make the actual card itself, you don't need any dies at all. So if you don't want to make a Christmas card, that's fine. But you may enjoy this new size, which is 6x8. So lovely big profile there. It looks great and all folds flat, so it'll fit in your envelope. So let's get started and I'll show you how to make it. So I'm using the North Star 3D embossing folder. You can see I've already used it and stuck the layers down there. It's wonderful. I'm going to be not maybe on this card, but I'm going to use some gilding wax on that on another card. And then I've used the Merry and the Christmas is from my Big Words die set. Got the big Merry die there, and then you've got all the stamps on the back. And then I've got 2 new Christmas topper sets here, Cute Christmas and Vintage Christmas. And I've decided to use the gorgeous candy cane from the Vintage Christmas there. And then because of the candy canes, I'm using the sentiment Candy Cane Wishes and Mistletoe Kisses. And again, I've already stamped that. That's going to go at the bottom. So you want a piece of 6x8, and you're going to score along the 6-inch side at 1.5 and 4.5. And then just fold and burnish. This is a 300 GSM cardstock. You can see you got your back panel there. And then start off with the biggest, most inner panels. So you want 2 pieces of 5 by 3.5, and along the 5-inch side you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 4 inches and 4.5. And you want to do that twice. And then I'll give you the matte layer actually while I'm here as well. You'll want 1 piece of 2 3/4 by 3 1/4. And that's the piece that I've embossed to stick on the top there. Yours might be pattern paper, obviously different colour. Mine's tone on tone there. I just really liked the idea of just having all these red pieces against the white. So we've got 1 at the top, 1 at the bottom. Then for the middle panels, you'll want 2 pieces of 6 by 2.5. And along the 6-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 1.5, 4.5 and 5.5. Fold all of those so they're mounting folds, same with those ones there. And then the matte layer on top is 2 3/4 by 2 1/4, and you'll want 2 pieces. I haven't put matte layers on these side pieces on this size, just purely for, you know, decorative reasons. Not that you can't. If you do want to add them onto here, then for this one it's the thinnest, you'll want 4 pieces of 1/4 inch by 3 1/4. And on this one you'd want 4 pieces of 3/4 by 2 1/4. And then the last top panels, you will need 2 pieces of 7 by 1.5. And along that 7-inch side, you're going to score at 1/2 inch, 2, 5 and 6.5. Again, do it twice, fold them all so they're mounting folds. And then you'll want 2 pieces of 2 3/4 by 1 1/4. And then you'll want 4 pieces of 1 1/4 squared if you want to do all 4. Now you'll see I did on the front because it is the front panel, and I just thought that was a nice size for those. So you can see I've been placing them down as I've been giving you the measurements, but you're going to have something like that. Okay. Now if you want to decorate this piece, you'll want to do it before you stick these down. You'll want a piece of 2 3/4 by 7 3/4, and then 2 pieces of 1 1/4 by 7 3/4. But I'm going to just stick mine directly onto here. So that is all of the scoring needed. So starting with the largest ones, I'm going to stick those down first. So I'm going to take my quick grab glue, and all your glue is always going to go on the 2 outer 1/2 inch panels. I'm just going to run that glue all the way down. Do one at a time if you've never made one before, you might find that a bit easier, but doing both at the same time is okay as well. And you want to fold those under, and what you're always going to do is make sure that the remaining score lines line up with the score lines in this piece here. So this one is going to go right at the top, so I'm lining up those score lines, folding those tabs under, Grab your bone folder there just to make sure. And when you bring up the sides, that piece comes up. Okay, so again with the bottom, again give it all a good burnish, and we've got our first tiers. And we're going to take the next ones, and these are going to lay over the top, tabs folded under, and you're lining up these score lines with the ones below, like so. And you'll find that these folds will fit just next to that one. Okay, I'll show you this one. So you glue again, it's on those two outer panels, tabs. Just open it up so you can see there. Fold them under. Again, you might want to do side by side, so just clip that next to it and then bring that one around. Just make sure it's nice and straight. Again, just bring it up to test it each time. You don't have to do them all equal either, so you could just do something like this and then have that one at the top. You might just want to have that one and then two at the bottom. I've said in many of the videos these make great theatre style cards, podium style. There's just lots of things you can do with them, and depending on the heights of these panels, again, it's going to always change. So I'm going to just whiz through and pop this one down. Your thinnest top pieces now. And all you want to do with this one is just line it up with the corner of the card. Okay, bring that all up. And now it's ready to decorate. So this is optional, but I've got this piece of acetate and I thought it would look quite nice to have this stuck under the top pieces. There we go, like so. And then I can stick everything onto that. But if you don't want to have the acetate, or maybe you don't have acetate, it's very easy to stick all of your decoration. You know, you could have this, you know, suspended across the two middle ones there. You can tuck things in further back. You could just have the bottom half, like I said, you know, you don't have to have it exactly in the configuration I've done. And then you can have lots of things popping up into this space. But I'm just going to pop a little bit of tape behind the top and the bottom there. I've cut this so it's just under, I think that's 3.5, oh no, 3. So yeah, it's just under 3 by the height of your card. As long as it can sit behind those two pieces there. But I'm going to stick that down and then I'm going to build up everything on top and show you when it's finished. So there's the finished card. As I always say, love the profile of this one when it's displayed. And I think with the acetate and yeah, just a nice Christmas version, it really works well. So I hope you've enjoyed this size from me. As I said at the start, there is a whole playlist now with 4 different sizes if you like this particular style. All the products that I've used today you can find in the description box below this video. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed today. Drop me a comment as well and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos. Take care and I'll see you in the next one.